Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So today is March 5th. The weather has finally turned. All the snow that was behind me a few days ago has melted off, and I think it's gone for good for this year. We're getting ready to turn the clocks ahead, and with the change in the weather, that means one thing. People are going to start camping. People are going to start buying firewood again. We really don't sell a whole lot during the winter time because, as I've stated before, we don't sell a whole lot to people that heat with wood. And it's not that we won't sell to them, it's just that it doesn't make sense for somebody who's heating with wood to buy small quantities like bundles or thirds of a cord. It's like throwing a party and buying 12-ounce cans of soda versus buying the 2 liters. It's much cheaper to buy the 2 liters. So again, we've had people call us out before saying that we're kind of snooty and that we won't sell to people that heat with wood. That's not the case. We'll sell wood to anybody. It's just that those kinds of people typically don't want to buy from us because we're more expensive. With that said, since we're gearing up for firewood selling season, we're gonna give ourselves another point of contact for sale with our firewood. So normally we sell wholesale to local beer distributors and farmers markets and things like that. But what we're doing now is we're gonna try to have our own point of sale here on the property. And with that, we're gonna be building a roadside firewood stand that we can sell bundles. We can sell, little racks of firewood for 20 bucks. I'll show you how we're gonna lay this out, but this design is not mine. I actually stole this design off of our friend Dan at Back 40 Firewood. If you haven't seen his channel, he has a firewood stand. He's been doing it for a couple years now, and so he knows what he's doing. And so I figured he's already worked out all the kinks. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna use his design. I'll show you what we're doing. So since this is gonna be a roadside stand on our property and we aren't sure how well it's gonna work out, there's some things I need to think about, and one is theft. I also need to think about whether it's actually gonna sell. Do we have a good enough location here to move firewood? So because a lot of those things are unknown, I'm just gonna kind of test the waters with this. And with that said, I don't want to dump a whole lot of money into a roadside firewood stand that might only sell 5 bundles all summer. So we're going to try to make this as cheap as possible. And that was one of the things I liked about Dan's roadside stand that he built, is he made it with a lot of stuff he had just laying around the house. So I went and picked up 8 pallets here from my local farm and ranch store. I spent a lot of money there, and I'm cool with the manager, and he said, they've got a huge supply of pallets out back. And so he gives us pretty much free access to all these pallets. So most of the construction of this is going to be made out of these pallets, and then we did have to go buy some 4x4 posts for the legs and then some 2x4s for the frame. All right, so here's what we got for supplies. We got a treated 4x4 for ground contact for the legs. I'm going to go ahead and cut that into 6 16-inch legs. And then for the frame of the bottom, I went and got 5 2x4x8s. And then I got a couple different sizes of decking, outdoor exterior screws, and some brown spray paint for when it's done. And then obviously the 8 pallets for free there. So my all-in cost for this was about 60 bucks. And honestly, most of that's the lumber. The price of lumber these days is absolutely insane. I think it was 15 bucks for that 4x4 and then $6.50 for 2x4s right now. I can't wait to get my sawmill here so I can quit paying these prices for the lumber right now. All right, so there you go, guys. That is the Hometown Acres version of the Roadside Firewood stand. I was a little nervous when I was about halfway through that it wasn't going to come out quite how I wanted and it was going to be a little bit junky, but I'll tell you what, spray paint goes a long way. So you can see we set our prices at $5 per bundle and $20 per loose stack, and you can see the 4 bundles that are in that left bay there have a lot more air gaps in it, and you are definitely getting more wood if you buy a loose stack. So I needed to make it make sense for somebody to buy loose wood versus bundles. All right, so now that we have the roadside stand set up, I am ready for spring. I'm tired of layering up. I'm ready for some shorts and t-shirt weather. So having this roadside stand set up here on our property is gonna be a lot easier for us to keep it stocked and keep it reloaded versus delivering bundles of firewood out to the beer distributors and the farmers markets. Now, that's assuming that we'll actually be able to sell wood out of this. Again, that's still gonna be an unknown. I don't know if we're gonna have theft issues. We might have to put up some security cameras and things like that. But honestly, if somebody's gonna come and steal $5 or $10 or $15 worth of firewood, obviously they need it more than I do. But yeah, I think that's gonna about wrap this one up. Do me a favor, if you wanna stay updated on how this roadside stand turns out in terms of sales and theft and all the unknowns we still have to figure out, click that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.